Hi, guys. So, I had a minor setback, and I should have been putting out more content since like a while ago, but here I am, putting out content several months after I wanted to, but oh well, we can't plan everything. So let's begin. I reached the end of the school year around the beginning of May, and had a few exams after, and had a little trouble with one specific teacher, but that's a whole video on its own, so maybe next time. But anyway, time was passing and all I was waiting for now was my graduation. And even though I should have looked for my dress and some shoes and an overall look for the occasion, I'm lazy. And my parents were busy. So we didn't do much about it for a while. Fast forward to 2 weeks before my graduation, and me and my parents finally started to consider that I was gonna need a few items for the occasion. I looked up a few places and checked out a few dresses, and damn, I am not one to wear dresses or shop for clothes in general, so I had absolutely no idea how expensive it was. And guess what? My cheap ass wasn't about to hand some random shopkeeper 3,000 pesos for a dress that I was, one, never gonna use again in this lifetime, and then another 1,000 pesos for high-heeled shoes that I wasn't even gonna be able to walk in. So yes, saying that I was reconsidering going at all was an understatement. I still wanted to go, don't get me wrong. I just didn't want to have to spend so much. So instead of buying a new dress that week, I decided to ask my cousin if I could use her graduation dress. That, just as I suspected, had been used for that occasion and that occasion only. So it was practically brand new. Ha! I've beat the system. I naively thought to myself. God, I was so stupid. This is where things start going south, so let's speed this up a bit. 1. My cousin and I couldn't seem to find the time to give me the dress, and I didn't receive it till the end of the week. 2. The dress was really tight, and I could barely move in it. Easy fix, but didn't fit me perfectly. 3. The dress was pink. Pink! P-I-N-K pink. I have nothing against the color, but I don't wear pink. 4. It was a long dress, but it was short on me. Ah! And 5. I didn't have shoes that would look good with it. None. My mom did, but there were 2 problems with that. 1, I have a very small foot, like comedically small, and 2, it's also chubby, like a tamalito. So believe me, there was no way my foot could fit normally in my mom's shoes. Either they were too long or they were too long and too tight. It was a lose-lose situation. But anyways, after all of that, we all agreed that it would be best to just buy a new dress and shoes that would fit me properly, shape-wise and taste-wise. Okay, we still had 1 week to do all this. No problem. 3, 2, 1, go! I got sick the next day. Of course I did. My head was killing me, my body ached, I couldn't stand the noise or the light, I had never-ending fever, heck, I was in so much pain that when I chewed on my food, I started crying. According to my symptoms, I probably had COVID or something, and wouldn't be able to attend my graduation. See how that ties into the title? Okay, let's continue. Okay, so I got this on Sunday, and my graduation was on Friday. So I had 1 week to get better and prove it wasn't COVID. So I rested. And I rested. And rested for 2 whole days before my mom finally decided to take me to a family friend who's a doctor on day number 3. And my final diagnosis was dengue. So no, it wasn't COVID. It was dengue.
Clickbait.
The next day I went to see a specialist, and things got worse. I could barely move, and I was stuffed into a taxi to get my test done. It was almost 7 in the morning, and it was cold, and I hadn't eaten in 3 days, so I felt absolutely dead. While we were waiting in line, I suddenly couldn't see anymore. A rush of cold air ran through my entire body, and then nothing. I fainted. Everything was black, and after a while I could hear my mom's voice telling me to stay awake. I'm not sure how long I was out, but after sitting on the floor for a while longer, We went in and they sucked some blood out of me so they could run their tests. I was sitting in the waiting room just waiting for my results to come out when I suddenly felt sick to my stomach and started to gag uncontrollably. And then I puked. I'm not even sure how I puked when I was literally running on empty, but I did. At that moment, my dad came rushing into the clinic and saw me puking. And once I was done, I fell limp on my chair, just waiting for my soul to leave my body or something. My dad was worried, my mom was worried, a few people around us were worried, and the cleaning lady was less than pleased I had just puked on her floor. It was a bad day and it was barely 7:30. After that, I was tossed into a taxi and rushed home. Although, thinking about it, the hospital would have been a good option too. Just saying. I still wasn't feeling well, but my mom wasn't having any of it. Without telling me, she got a dress and some shoes, and Friday morning she helped me get ready. And sure, I didn't look bad, but I sure as heck didn't feel good. During the whole event, I felt as though I was about to pass out. Thankfully, I didn't. I'm being sarcastic, because that sure would have made a much better story. And heck, much more memorable event overall. But hey, according to my mom, the point is that I attended my graduation. Now, I just had to go pick up my certificate and... ¿Cómo que no me van a entregar mi documento? Hey guys, welcome to the end card. It sure has been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, as you can see, a lot of things have happened, and I'm just barely escaping from it all. But don't worry, you'll most certainly be hearing more about it very soon. So thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment what you want to hear next, and subscribe for more. And last but not least, as always, stay stellar.